Hi everyone, welcome back. Good morning, all. Guys, today onwards, we are going to start a full stack microservices development. I mean to say, first, first four modules we are going to discuss kind of a REST API development. Before going to start, first we need to it start with kind of a basic concepts about the Spring framework. What is Spring framework? What is the importance of Spring framework? And then we'll discuss about IOC and dependency injection here. Okay, this is before starting a Spring Boot knowledge. Okay, we should have a knowledge on IOC container and dependency injection. These two concepts are mandatory here. So based on that, we need to discuss about the Spring Boot knowledge. You will get an idea here. Okay. Uh, Now have a look now. So to start, who are joined completely new today? For you guys, there is a course introduction session where we have an available full stack microservices project from the scratch. Please watch this video for complete course information. Yesterday we discussed complete course content, whatever we have, guys. Okay, then if you have any questions, let us know. We will help you if you are facing any problem, anything on this particular, guys. Okay, now we'll start about the Spring framework now. Okay, let me start our session then. uh, is everyone able to see my screen, right? Please confirm in the chat window quickly, please. I muted everyone because of to avoid the background noise, like a huge number of students are there, right? So that's fine. Okay, yeah. So what is Spring framework? Just already we everyone knows, like we have a previously we have kind of a servlets JSP we have, right? Instead of that, to develop, okay, enterprise level application development, we have Spring framework here. Have a look here. We'll discuss some more details about Spring framework, and then we'll discuss about the main concepts here. Okay. See, Spring is a lightweight open source Java framework here. Even Spring Boot also open source, that is also Java based framework only here. Mostly if you see in the Java side, all the technology is kind of a open source only here, guys. Jenkins is also an open source. Tomcat, that is also open, completely developed using Java only here, guys. So even Spring is a very lightweight open source Java based framework. Using this framework, mainly we can develop enterprise level application development here. What does it mean? Enterprise level application development means like a banking software, e-commerce platforms like a Amazon, Mintra, okay, and then healthcare management systems here. Okay, healthcare like a wherever you see the website somewhere in the market here, healthcare related things also. Mostly enterprise level, production level applications we can develop using Java based frameworks also here. Now one of the framework called Spring framework here. This is the just to get an idea about what is enterprise level application development here. And it is providing comprehensive infrastructure support for developing Java applications here. For developing Java based applications development here. So basically means infrastructure support means using Spring framework we can integrate lot of other frameworks here, lot of other modules also we can integrate. Like using Spring, I can develop the application in the cloud. I can develop this application through Docker containers. I can integrate with other modules. Okay, through whatever market it is available, everything we can achieve using this Spring framework. The guy who is introduced is a Rod Johnson in 2002. It is introduced here. The main core feature of Spring framework is dependency injection and IOC container here. These two topics you should be aware. What is dependency injection? What is IOC container? You should have a basic idea. You should have a knowledge here. Inside a Spring framework, lot of other features are there. The base heart of the application, the main, everything will play around on these two features only here. Even in interview room, they can ask you what is difference between dependency injection versus IOC container. Okay, what is the benefit of IOC container? Like they can ask you the lot of questions also. Now, one more point. These two concepts are new in the Spring framework means not at all here. Why? Because these two topics are already copied from another technology, the technology called EJB technology. Guys, 1 minute. Yeah. So this is the main feature of dependency injection IOC. Basically, these two concepts are already copied from another technology called EJB, Enterprise Java Beans, guys. So already they started about this concept. These guys already copied from their technology only here. Then what is EJB? We'll discuss now here. You should have a difference between the old technology and a new technology here. Okay, now as part of enterprise as alter like a banking applications, e-commerce platforms, healthcare management, that is called of a real-time application development what we have here. Next, why Spring over EJB? EJB means is also a technology to develop enterprise level applications. Then why Spring is popular when compared to the EJB here? Both technologies are Java based technologies only, mainly designed to handle business logics, transactions, and dependency management in enterprise level applications. Any application, if you take mainly business logics, transactions, and dependency management in our applications here. But compared to EJB, Spring was created as a lightweight, more flexible alternative to EJB. Why? Because EJB also we have a versions, but it is very too complicated and very heavyweight here. When I say heavyweight means to run your EJB applications, we need we have a web servers and application servers. We have like a JBoss, WebLogic. These are all called a heavyweight servers here. In those servers only, these EJBs are eligible to run our application. But whereas the Spring framework, lightweight containers like a Tomcat, servlet based containers, in Tomcat we can run our application. So that's why Spring is a very lightweight framework, and also we can run through servlet based containers also here. So due to that, Spring is more popular in the market. Again, over the Spring, we have another one called Spring Boot, that is again on top of the Spring. Anyway, later we'll discuss about what is a Spring Boot. Ignore about what is Spring Boot right now here. Now, if you see the differences, lot of differences we have. Spring versus EJB here. Complexity in case of EJB, very complex XML based configurations, especially here. There is no annotation support, yes, on later on versions, but as part of the initial time, what they introduced completely XML based applications. That means without XML, there is no EJB project at all. But whereas in the Spring framework, very lightweight and simple, and no XML configuration not required at all only here. in terms of configuration. From EJB3 onwards, now they are supporting annotation support, and application server is the mandatory here. When you take application servers, it is kind of a very complicated process as well. But here in Spring, mostly annotation based approach or Java based configurations here. Annotation based support means just I need to use annotations on your Java classes only. Through annotations, easily you can execute your programs here without XML headache also here in terms of configuration. Container, we have to run your application on the internet, in the browser, anywhere like flipkart.com, amazon.com. In the backend, we need a server to run your application. We have two types of servers. We have a web server and application server here. Application servers are heavyweight, like examples JBoss, WebLogic, MuleSoft. We have a different types of application servers are available, and servlet based okay, servers all those there is nothing but a Tomcat here. Tomcat is very lightweight and it will be best suitable for our application development, enterprise level development in terms of containers. Spring framework, this is the suitable here. Tomcat here. Dependency injection, limited in early EJB versions, but it is improved on EJB3. It is kind of a dependency injection, means one class is depending on another class. Just a dependency is involved here. Through Spring, it is very straightforward. Through annotations, easily I can integrate, I can inject my objects into another class easily here. So that's why when compared to here, this is also suitable here. Remote access to call any APIs, there is a built-in support we have, but here we have called RMI, remote method invocation, REST API development. Anyway, we will be discussed like a RESTful web services where Spring is introduced the modules also here. And popularity in 2000, EJB is the popular. Later on time they make it very simple. Now whenever Spring first version is released, after 4 years they introduced the Spring. Now a lot of people are started migration from EJB to the Spring framework here, right? Anywhere any new technology came to the market, if it is a suitable for our application development, they will start migration very easily. Previously, we don't have these many technologies like a cloud services like a Docker, Kube. We don't have previously. Everything is manual, but now everyone is migrating from the old to the new. So that's why everyone is learning how it is working here. That's why the Spring is called Spring Framework. It's a very lightweight, open source, Java based framework here. Okay, that is all about what is Spring here. But why Spring can be used all the layers? For example, if you take a core Java, from core Java, what kind of applications we can develop? Only standalone programs, only you can run in your local. You cannot run in the internet. Okay. Then if you take JDBC, database connectivity only, you can max perform DB operations. You cannot perform any other thing. If you take servlets and JSP, it's a front end for JSP. We can use for the backend also here. That's it. You cannot perform any other activities. But again, later on time, slow hibernate we have. Okay, just have a look here. Spring, I said, comprehensive framework. It can be used to develop all layers of a real-time enterprise application here. All the layers we can develop. Like if you take structs, only the main focus is presentation layer. That's it. I cannot make it as a backend. Hibernate only focus on DB operations only, persistence layer. Just if you observe here, presentation layer, structs suitable. No Hibernate, Spring is suitable. That means structs are used only for only presentation layer here, but no business layer, no persistent layer, no security support, no integration here. That is about the structs. But if you take a Hibernate, only persistent layer, only persistent layer. There is no business layer, no presentation layer, no security, no support. But if you take as a Spring, everything will be integrated here. Spring, I can make presentation layer. By using Spring, I can develop backend logic. By using Spring, I can integrate with Hibernate to perform DB operations. Spring is providing security concepts like authentication and authorization. Integration layer, I can integrate with other modules like a Kafka. I can integrate. I can do n number of modules easily. I can integrate with the Spring. Now Spring can integrate with the cloud platforms also. Now you can connect your AWS SDK, Azure SDK, Google SDK, everything we can perform using the Spring here by using this one, guys. Okay, guys, is my voice is clear for everyone? Few people saying voice is not audible. Is it breaking? Is it fine? Please confirm in the chat window, guys. Few people are joining from the mobile phone. In the mobile phone you cannot message. Some people may face issues in the mobile also. If you need full experience, log in from laptop, guys. Okay, whoever joined from the mobile phone, is it okay for everyone, guys? Everything is good? Why? Because few people are saying I'm not able to join in the mobile phone. I don't know what's happening. Anyone join from the mobile phone through Zoom? Just ping those people only, guys, who are joined from mobile phone, so that I can confirm others also. Okay, they joined from the mobile phone only, so that's why. Okay, so that's why Spring. Okay, yeah, already joined from the few people from mobile phone. Who is that? Okay, ping in the chat window once, guys, if you are facing any problem or not. Even I'm unable to see here. Shahil. Okay, okay, thank you, Shahil. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Now that's why Spring can be used for all the layers here. Spring can be used for all the layers we can do. That's why the Spring is a very popular framework here. Okay. Next. Now, when it is a popular, they also come up with a lot of projects are available. Lot of Spring projects are available here. Now, let me show you. Now, let me go to here Spring ecosystem. Let me make it as a start.spring.io. Okay, no. Okay, Spring ecosystem. Okay, where is that? Let me go to the projects. Now, if you see here, spring.io, this is the official documentation. If you see why Spring, now it is supporting generative AI also. I mean to say, even you can integrate with the Chat GPT, Copilot also. Like everything up to date in the market, we have, see, Spring Boot, Spring Framework, Spring Data, Security, Spring Cloud, Data Flow, GraphQL, okay, integration, HTOs, like n number of projects they introduced based on our scenario here, like a Spring Batch, Spring Flow, lot of n number of modules. Now, do you need to learn all the projects? No, not required. No one will be expert to learn all the things on the Spring module as well, guys. Okay, whichever related to your requirement, whatever you are learning, only learn those kind of projects only here. Now, Spring Core, this is the foundation for any framework here, like a Spring Boot here, where the main concepts like a AOP, dependency injection, IOC container, and other things also we have. Spring Boot application setup with auto configuration. That is why Spring Boot is a simplification on the Spring Core here. Spring MVC to build web services development, we can use MVC module, and web MVC module also we have. Webflux to develop non-reactive programming applications. We can develop IO based non-blocking IO calls purpose. We can use Spring Webflux. Spring REST. Okay, it is building RESTful API development. If you take MVC, we can develop UI based application development also we can do. Test. Okay. Reactive means it will not depending on like IO operations basically. It means of like normally you are sending a request, you are getting a response, right? Is called as a synchronous communication. And if millions of people are hitting your API, it will not accept your application. But through Webflux, it will accept any number of requests. That kind of support we have, non-blocking IO calls, that is called reactive here. That is another module also here. And the Spring test, testing support for Spring components like a JUnit, Mockito. We can test our applications also here. In ecosystem, these are the few projects. Coming to cloud, in terms of data security and cloud projects. Now Spring Data, completely database operations. You want to connect SQL, no SQL, Redis or DB related things, we have a module called Spring Data. Now you want to provide security. Without security, no project at all, right? Like a Spring Security, authentication, authorization and the security features we have, that is Spring Security. Spring Cloud, when you want to deploy your application into distributed environment, multiple systems, now we need lot of challenges we have. Spring come up with some challenges like a building distributed systems like a config server, Eureka server, circuit breaker, API gateway, inter-service communication for Fiend client, and number of Spring Cloud modules also they introduced as part of the Spring Cloud. Spring Batch to store millions of records in database. If you do normal approach, it will be a difficult. But using Spring Batch, chunks of data we can store. Integration, where I can integrate with event-driven system like a Kafka, RabbitMQ, whatever we have. And AMQ, it is also RabbitMQ messaging protocols. Like in this way, when we keep on discussing, n number of Spring projects are available. So that's why Spring framework is the popular in the market. On top of that, we have another framework we will be discussed based on the pros and cons when compared to the Spring also here. But the foundation for anything is core Java, right? To learn about any framework, core Java is the foundation. To learn Spring anything, the foundation Spring core foundation knowledge you should have. So that's the difference here, guys. It's the heart of the application here. This is about what Spring projects are available here. Next, types of applications. If you have an application, what kind of applications we can develop? Mainly, any technology. You learn PHP, .NET, Python, Java, doesn't matter. What kind of applications are available in the market means three types of applications we have. If you take, first is called standalone application. Only using core Java or using JDBC technology, you can develop standalone applications here. Like a run independently on a single machine. Only run independently means it's not dependent on anyone. There is no one can access, no user is involved, only single user in your local system. Like a notepad and calculator here. This is a kind of a standalone applications here. Second, web applications here. Web applications means running on a web server and accessed via browser like a Flipkart, Amazon, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram. These are all kind of a web applications. End user is involved. End, if it is a web application, some user is involved here. Those type of all applications are web applications here. And coming to distributed or enterprise application, used to sell a lot of people, is nothing but it will be running across multiple systems here, multiple servers. Your application will be run, they can communicate via network, and complex and scalable. When you start your application to increase to more traffic, huge millions of users are accessing, I need to scale the application horizontally here, like a banking system, airline reservation systems. This is kind of a distributed applications. The main point is distributed means two parties are involved here. Mainly two people are involved. Now, if you take, for example, a Flipkart.com. If you take a Flipkart, it is a web application and as well as it is a distributed application. How it is means now as a user, you are searching the mobile phones, right? Now, suppose you add it to the cart. Now, everyone say normal use case for e-commerce application, right? Now, you need to add to the cart, and here this application is running on who is responsible? Flipkart team. Maybe it is running on some Indian servers or US servers, wherever it is running. Okay, when you click a place a order, what will happen? It will ask you some delivery address and whatever. This is also just I providing some information, and let me, where is it? Continue. When I start continue, something just I done, payment page is open. Now tell me, when you start providing net banking, suppose I choose a net banking and here I choose some HDFC bank. Okay, if I click pay, immediately Flipkart communicating to your banking application. The banking application is running on another server. Flipkart is running on another server, but both should be communicated. That communication, that mediator, we are developing applications, web services here. With the help of network, we are communicating here. So Flipkart first need to communicate with bank. Hey, I want to integrate your application into my system. Okay, please provide, trust us. Okay, now I am a valid client to you, so they will accept it. There should be business to business communication. This is called distributed and enterprise application developments we can do. End user is not involved here. Between communication means they need to trust to the bank. Bank also need to trust to the Flipkart. Then only if their communication is good, there should be a contract between the who are providing services. Bank is providing services to the Flipkart. Now Flipkart just consuming those services to them. So in real time, all applications will be the same pattern. That communication, you are sending credentials, everything done. Now they should send some response to the Flipkart. How to send that kind of response? How to develop those kind of API development is using Spring. Okay, RESTful web services. We are developing these kind of applications here. Now it's a simple UI. Just you are clicking button, adding to the cart. But internally, so many APIs we need to develop here, guys. It's not like a that much simple. You are seeing like it's very just adding to the cart, done. But so many projects, so many functionalities are involved here. Only developer can understand that pain here. If you say, as part of my project development, a microservices project development, even we are taking one scenario here. See here, this is a complete project architecture. In as part of microservices, we are going to develop this project from the scratch. From the scratch, it is not like just I imported in my local, not like that, guys. Okay, okay. uh, so this is the main, okay, architectural, completely in Kubernetes, not in the local also. And if you take a Kubernetes as a product where I can run my application as well. Now if you take here first user microservice, whenever you are purchasing some product here, something, some kind of a I want to purchase, first you should be logged in user. See, if I might have logged out user, without login, I cannot purchase the product. First, mobile number you should register. That is the first priority here, right? In this use case, Amazon, Flipkart, without registration, you cannot buy the product in the Flipkart. right? In the Amazon or Mintra or Azure, wherever you have now, that is a one module, that is one project. I mean to say user microservice. Later microservice will come to the picture. When you say everything in single project is monolithic, when you start dividing to multiple projects, that will become microservices. Okay, in detailed discussion we'll do later on time this project architecture. This is not the right time. Even if I explain you, just I given how the architecture will look like. As part of the next development, individual services will be developed in the classroom only here. It is include lot of things. Communication it is there, Kafka it is involved, Mongo database, SQL database, monitoring, centralized logging, gateway, JWT security, Docker, Kubernetes, everything is involved here, guys. Everything is involved here in this. That's what is a full stack microservices in our course here, guys. That is the what our course content also. If you see whatever you're able to see, this is the one microservices development. Now Docker, Kubernetes, how you can do deployment, centralized logging. If you compare these modules, this is called centralized logging. Okay, and if you take Kubernetes, now this is a Kubernetes cluster, and a Docker is for microservices. Now it's a Docker for all the services here. And then Apache messaging service. If you see from order microservice, I am sending some events to Kafka from another microservice using. This is a event driven communication. And then cloud deployment, CAC, CI/CD is not this whole thing. If you take one project, that will become CI, CD will be happen in the Kubernetes. In this way, everything will be involved here, guys. Okay, so that's where the foundation for anything Spring framework knowledge should be required here, guys. Okay, to develop, this is kind of a distributed application also, we can say. Web applications, if you have a user interface, web applications also, we can say this one, guys. That is just a high level knowledge about our project here. Okay, that is about what is a Spring framework. Now let me demonstrate you environment setup in your local system. What are the softwares you should install? And then if we get a time, then we'll discuss about the dependency injection IOC container. Else we'll continue in the tomorrow. Now first setup we should perform environment setup in your local to run Spring applications or Spring Boot applications or microservices, but this setup is common to everyone here. First, I recommend to take whichever I am using in my local as Java 17. Okay, just I used JDK 17. You should install in your local system. Greater than also you can install, but later on time while moduling. Why? Because why I said especially as JDK 17 means everything, all the applications, deployments, configurations, CI/CD pipeline, everything is depending on the JDK 17 I am using. Later, we may face an issue, we may not face an issue, but if we get a chance, try to do with JDK 17. Install maybe later versions also. When we face a problem, we need to sort out. We need to sort out on that problem here. Once you install JDK 17, check the Java version using the command. Already everyone knows. Again, I no need to explain how to install Java. Everyone from Java background, right? Just you can verify Java version, Java 17 version, and Java C compilation of your Java program also, just to verify, make sure. See, my Java version is also installed. This is the first software you need to install. Okay. Second, you need to install two IDEs, one for IntelliJ, another for STS. As part of your day-to-day project development, you guys are recommended suitable for STS ID. Why not IntelliJ? In real time, IntelliJ is a commercial product. In community edition, in your local, if you want to use IntelliJ, you will not get 100% features for you. That is the disadvantage of using IntelliJ here. But I will explain you how to use IntelliJ also on whenever we get a time. But I recommend to install the first tool called STS for our environment setup to you guys. Okay, this is the second software we need to install in your local system. How to install? Just visit website start.io. Oh, not this one. This is the one. Like you can type in the Google STS download here. STS means Spring Tool Suite, especially for developing Spring Boot projects, microservices development, or Spring applications development. Everything. This tool is the best where you can develop our applications as well. Okay. Now, if you come down, see on top of Eclipse, this STS is introduced. Internally, it is using Eclipse only here. Now it is a free and open source. Based on your OS, you can choose. Now everyone mostly 90% from Windows only, right? Now just choose this option, Windows. Okay. Now let it down. Lot of people uh, may face installation for STS. Okay. What is the problem? I will explain. Okay. Now first let it download this part. This is one software you need to download, and another software also you need to download, Maven dependency management, to build the project, to generate a jar file for your project. Okay, build management tool here, guys. You want to create a jar file, you want to create a documentation, you want to compile your project. Okay, everything taken care by the Maven also you should download in your local system. These three softwares should be required in your local system here. Okay. Now, STS is downloaded. First, let me complete this STS and then we'll go for the Maven as well, guys. Okay. Now, how you can download? Okay, it is downloaded here. See, it is downloaded as a zip file. Okay, by default it will be download in the which folder means downloads. If you try to extract here, sometimes you may face path is very long, unable to extract, you will get some exception. To avoid that, what you can do, just cut, keep it into C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, wherever you want, you can keep it here. Let me choose as of now C drive. Continue. Okay. Next setup is right click. Okay, and there is an option called extract all. I need to extract. If you choose Windows 11 supported extract all, it will take lot of time. It will take lot of time. Now I installed one another software, WinRAR, WinZip, in my local system. There is an option called extract here, guys. Choose this option. Even don't choose this one, guys. Okay, choose extract here. Click yes. See, a one folder is created, 4.30. This is the latest version about 4.30 here, guys. It will be very fast extracting your software, so that's why. This is course is completely from scratch to advanced. Even if you know already, you need a patience to listen all the things again. Then everyone, maybe 20 to 30% are looking from microservices, right? So even though you should be know about all the concepts, you can think like a revision, guys. Don't think it is a duplicated again. I already know, I don't want to listen. Ignore about those kind of things. Okay. Yes, see, installation is completed successfully here. Yes, you are able to see one icon is available. Spring Tool Suite. One icon is available here. This is the first option you need to do. Few people. Yeah. Now, next step, what we can do. Now, let me double click here. Okay, first time it will take some time to initialize your STS. It will ask you workspace where you want to develop the projects, where you want to develop the projects. It will ask you some workspace. We'll do that activity as well. In the meanwhile, let me download another software, Maven. Simply type as a Maven download. It is a build management tool. It is helpful to download dependencies for your project, and as well as and to generate a jar file outcome of your project. We are using Maven and Gradle. We have previously we have a Ant. Now Maven is for best for our Java application development. Download Apache Maven. This is also open source with Java based one only, guys. Okay. Now if you come down, we have a lot of things. We have links. We have, right. You can download. This is the option, guys. Second one. Okay. Apache Maven. Double click. Hello. Okay. It won't take much time. It will hardly around 10 MB we have. See, Apache Maven is downloaded here. Okay. Now let me verify where is our setup. It is taking time. Okay. Now go to downloads folder. Where is Apache Maven? This is the one. Now again, cut instead of doing, keep it, copy and keep it into C drive. Continue. Okay, what is this version? Basically Apache 9.10. Previously I have a 9.1, 9.5 we have, guys. Okay, now where is that? Apache Maven. Right click, WinRAR, extract here. Click yes. These two softwares are required. See, it is downloaded here. Now two softwares we downloaded in our local system as of now here. Both are build management tools. Both has different pros and cons we have. Okay, for Java project development, this is the best option here, guys. Okay, that is another language. It is using Groovy again, Gradle. Okay, both has both pros and cons also we have, guys. So now right now is this is downloaded here. You need to set the Maven path in your local system. First copy this folder, right click, copy. Okay, now okay, yeah, before doing that, first we'll complete STS. Now after loading and everything, default workspace is C drive. Okay, choose the browse. Don't keep C drive anymore. Use any other drive whichever available in your system. Your batch is 41. Here create one folder. Okay, 41 underscore. Okay, like you can say spring. Okay, just I'm making like some 41 underscore workspace. Just I created here. Okay, 41 workspace. Click select folder and launch. Even your system is formatted, there is some issue, operating system problem happen, no worries, still your data will be available in other drives. Only C drive will be formatted, right? A few students I saw like my system is formatted, whatever I developed everything is gone. Instead of that, later I will explain about GitHub as well. Whenever you're done, you can push your code to your GitHub also there, guys. See, this is the tool. This is called STS tool to you, guys. STS tool you have. This is the option. Right click, we have a lot of options. We have close this one, not required. Close this one, not required. This is simple. You can create a Java project, you can create a Maven project, you can create a Spring Starter project. If you are using IntelliJ, this option is not available to you. Spring Starter project manually you need to download. But if you take uh, commercial product ultimate edition, then you will, this option is enabled here, guys. Okay, so that's why for beginners I recommend to use STS as part of the development here till you are comfortable. Later I will explain IntelliJ what is the problem and everything I will explain you as well. Now STS development is completed. I mean to say software's installation is done. Now the next one called Maven, right? Maven build management tool. Copy this one, right click, copy. Go to environmental variables. Edit environmental variables for your account in your local system. Now here why edit option is disabled, huh? Okay, now guys, who someone is sneezing, please. Why you guys are doing, guys? Okay. Now here if you see in your local system, here option may enable for you new comma edit. Here you're able to see just here But I should get, sometimes I face this issue in my local system. Edit system environmental variables. Okay, when you open, click on this option environmental variables here. See here, you have an option called new comma edit. For the first time you are doing new, choose a variable maven underscore home, Java home, Maven home, like that. You can create a Maven home, whichever you created, the variable value, click on OK. Now in my use case already available, like let me replace it to here. See, Maven. Copy this variable name, right click, copy. OK. Then you need to set a path. See, there is an option called path. Click on edit. You are able to see this is the one you should set. Slash bin you should set, then only your maven command will be working to you. How you are setting Java home, same pattern guys, there is no change at all. See, Java home, maven home. When you install the Java, you will set a Java home, right? So same for the maven home. Once everything is done, click OK, OK, then OK. Now open the command prompt, cmd. CMD. Here, Java, sorry, MVN hyphen version. If you set Java path, the Maven is depending on Java path here. Okay, if you set wrong path of Java, Maven will not work. See here, Maven home 3.9.10, just now I set right Maven home, and Java version C program files JDK 17 it is using here. These two softwares you should install in your local system today. Who are attending this course, you need to do from the scratch, from the starting onwards, whatever I'm teaching you. If you follow, later on time, installation of the softwares is easy for you here, guys. Clear? Any questions? Tomorrow we will discuss at starting only IOC container dependency injection, and we'll create 2 to 3 projects and we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. We have only 10 minutes left, so the time is not sufficient, so that's why you will not get the notes anything right now. After 1 week, the complete material I will share you guys. Okay, source code, notes and everything after 1 week you will get in the Git. I need to discuss Git also. After that, complete notes and everything will be share you in the Git repo for enrolled students also, I'm saying. Okay, yes. Installation of IntelliJ, yes, you can install. See here, IntelliJ. If you say IntelliJ, download IntelliJ here, click here. Okay, ultimate edition, if you take ultimate, only 30 days of free. Okay, if you get a chance, you can download and install as well. Ultimate edition, only 30 days you will get it, right? You can guys have a try this one also here, guys. And if you go to bottom down, community edition, that means it is a lifelong, anytime you can access this one. Okay, it's a free, built on open source only. If you want to try now, download.exe, register with your email id, just follow the instructions here and you can do. How to create IntelliJ projects means, in the search window, just type it here, IntelliJ here, IntelliJ community edition here. Okay, now let me open. Community means you will not get all the versions. I'm using IntelliJ, I have a license version, so around 6 months I have. So maybe I can demonstrate you how to create a projects here and everything. Even we can discuss as well, guys, no worries on this one. This is a IntelliJ. Opening your STS creation of projects is very fast on this one, guys, compared to IntelliJ and everything. See, there is no license involved with my account, it is saying. Already my subscription is gone, I think. Restart. Okay, even my license is expired, I think. That is about IntelliJ. Anyway, we will be discuss IntelliJ development also one day. No worries on that one, Jitendra. Okay. IntelliJ is very no Naveen Kumar. IntelliJ is very fast compared to STS. Maybe your system may be, but compared to any systems, IntelliJ is very fast compared to STS. But in terms of development, STS is the best option. Why? Because creation of the project, suggestions, you will get on STS, but in IntelliJ Community Edition you will not get. Only in the Ultimate Edition you will get Naveen Kumar. Okay. So that's all for today's session. Today's session also will be uploaded here. You can watch it here. Who are joined for the first time, watch the day one and day two. Who are already enrolled, okay, verify in your portal. If anything required, anything to upload, we'll upload to there in your LMS portal, guys. Okay. So that's all for today's session. And to connect with our admin team, this is our contact number. Everyone you have, right? This is the number to enrollments and anything. Ping to this number. Enroll, guys. Okay. Soon we are closing registrations as well, as huge number of registrations we received. So that's why even we are planning to close. If you are really interested, enroll, guys. Okay. Chalo then. Thank you, guys, and we'll catch up tomorrow then. Industries use IntelliJ Community Ultimate Edition license versions server for your question. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. We'll catch up tomorrow then.